Yo, what is up, guys? Happy Saturday. Another Frostpunk 2. Time to chill, literally. So I'm gonna get another game up here. Just kind of starting up that same Captain Deathless All Random. Let me get my stream manager up. I should be doing this before I start. And alright. Ready to go. It feels like this game already needs a DLC, and soon. More maps, preferably. So, the last game, I died. It's always crime. Crime is what catches me, and I think it was like 200 something people died of violent criminals, and once anyone dies, the game is over, unfortunately. So that caught me, and it was Hanging Rock. Hanging Rock is no joke. That map is really, really difficult on Captain. All random. So everything was going well, but it seems like, again, yeah, underestimated crime and paid for it. So today I'm going to try something that I haven't tried yet. And that would probably be Broken Shore. I played this briefly, but haven't really played. I just kind of took a look and I was like, yeah, this looks meh. Yo, what's up, Faye? How's it going? Happy Saturday. How's it going? You are early. I just started. What's good? How's everything with you? You know how we do it here. It's just another Frostpunk stream. Nothing crazy, just relaxing. And today is going to be another Captain Deathless attempt. All random. The map is, what was it? Broken Shore. Kind of forgot for a second. I'm doing alright. I just had a hamburger and onion rings, so I feel pretty damn good. I'm in the mood for drinking soda, but I told myself not to drink soda anymore. Feels bad. But the good news is that I get to play Frostpunk in stream, so I'm doing pretty good. In a good mood ever since eating some delicious food. How's your Saturday? Did you do anything interesting? Hopefully it's going quite well. As we do it here on the stream, you know, like, enjoy your weekend. Let's not think about work or school or anything like that. It's just having fun. And that's what this game is going to be about, just having fun. Oh yeah, I might beat this, but looking at the objective, since it's colony, I always get colony. I freaking hate this, but this is probably going to take like 2 or 3 days, unfortunately. I want to beat it in one session. The easiest one that I can speed run and literally speed run and beat is the 50,000 materials, 50,000 coal, 50,000 resources. That's easy. This is the worst. This is the most time consuming. I do have water here, which I'm going to continue. I just reached this. I'm going to keep drinking this. Yeah, the onion rings were no joke, and it's making me quite thirsty. So, yeah, the Wicked movie, how was it? It was good? What made you not want to watch Gladiator 2? I think that's a movie I might watch. Wasn't Wicked like some play on Broadway or something? It started from The Wizard of Oz, and then they made a play, I think on Broadway, like a live play. And then now I think they made the movie. So, how was it? It looks interesting. I think it gave an in-depth sort of view of the witch, right? The witch's life or something. Interesting take. Ah, it's good. Okay, that's good to hear. You know what? To be honest with you, I'm a fan of live live acting. No, no, like the plays, um, opera, right? Like theater, like not movies, but I love the old school. Like you sit in an amphitheater, the circular theater, and then you're looking at the actors like acting. That's cool. We did a lot. We took a lot of like field trips at a club when I went to art school, and it was really something. Like they are phenomenal. Like the way they can like tell story with such beautiful acting. So that's why I love Frostpunk too. I can always revisit and improve. Exactly. Everything, you know what? My one critique about this game, I wish it was more random. Everything, I think I've experienced almost everything. There are certain little things random here and there, but it needs more randomness. That's my only critique about this game. More RNG, I guess. It's perfect. Felt like good old movies. Oh, really? Like the 80s, I'm guessing? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like she's actually she was kind of put into a predicament where she became like portrayed as evil, but she was trying to do a right thing or something. Interesting take, right? Like this kind of like Star Wars. You always get those interesting prequels or kind of offshoot movies where they would kind of tell the story of Darth Vader, or in this case, the witch. That's interesting. Yeah, Anakin's story was weird. Yeah, it's a great way to like increase life in the movies, sort of lifespan. So yeah, that's interesting. That's a great take. Sounds like a really interesting movie. What the hell? They only give us one oil here. What the frick am I supposed to do with this? Okay, so this place is coal heavy. You got two coals blocks and an oil. That's weird. Oh, I did play this actually. Yeah, I do remember this now that I. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I do remember this. Please go see it. I'll watch it when it's on like Google Movies or like the YouTube movies. That's where I usually watch movies. I just pay like $5 and I watch the movie on like YouTube. Yeah, the theater cinema, unfortunately, I wear hearing aids, so I can't really. It's a weird problem that I have. Like I can't go into loud areas. It'll hurt my ears. So because the hearing aids like amplify everything, and when I take it off, like I can't hear. So I'm kind of stuck between like not hearing well or hearing too much. So it's a strange problem that I have. I wear hearing aids, by the way. So yeah, it kind of sucks. Hearing impairment. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely watch it like when it's on YouTube movies, right? Like that's how I usually watch it. I just rent it for like $3. I gotta catch up on movies. I just didn't have time, but for sure. Wicked, huh? Yeah, at home is better, definitely. I can like adjust the volume and get snacks in my fridge rather than paying like an arm and a leg for a bucket of popcorn. At the movies, they really fleece you. And you have to pay for parking, you have to like ugh. I mean, it's great if you're like on a date or with friends, and I guess that's fit. That works, but yeah, if I had a choice, I would rather just buy snacks at 7-Eleven and then just eat Funyuns or bag of potato chips or something, or like Sour Patch Kids, and just watch movies and drink soda. That's a great way to relax. Or beer, right? Like, I think that makes more sense. So, the first law we will pass in this magnificent game is, as always, the community service heat pipe watch. This is the first thing you want to pass on Captain difficulty. You must get this, and I keep saying it again and again. I'll say it as much time as I need to. This is the most important. So we shall get this, even if you have to negotiate for it. It's once or twice a year for me. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Nowadays, ever since the pandemic, I kind of lost interest in going to the theater for sure. Like, before that, it was weird. Like, before, you would want to go to the mall. You would want to go to, I don't know, like, where else is there? The club or the bar, or actually, nah, I never liked those places either. But I guess the movies, like with buddies and stuff, now no one wants to. Everyone's like, no thanks. I'm just gonna stay home. So, the next thing we shall pass will be, harvesting funerals. Again, since this is deathless, there is no point to ceremonial funerals. Once someone dies, the game is over. So we shall negotiate with this. Before, we had no cinema. It opened recently. Yeah, because of the pandemic, right? Oh man, those were some strange days. Here in LA, you would drive to places where there were so many people, and it's just a ghost town. Everything is closed, and it was the strangest feeling. It was weird. And then now to see that, theaters are popping back up, cinemas are popping back up, shopping centers are popping back up. It's like, it's very weird. I don't think it's a good thing for society to go through that, where, the government literally tells you that you cannot go outside, which was the weirdest, bizarre moment in my life.
The delegates have reached
but it's good to hear that, like,
a new law takes hold.
You went to a cinema and had fun. I mean, obviously, like, it's a good way to just relax. And I feel like everything's stuck since then. Yeah, especially like remote work, and you know how people feel about going back into an office. Me too. Like, I really don't want to go back in an office. And I don't really know, but for me personally, it did not affect me because I don't like going outside normally, except to the gym. But a lot of people tend to have somewhat trauma from that experience. I know a lot of Gen Zers definitely did. They were treated very unfairly. Great Saturday. Going to the gym, get that lift in for sure. 2 weeks break. Wow, that's a long break. It's gonna take a little bit of like getting back into. 2 weeks is when your muscles become very I guess dormant. So you're definitely gonna have to power through. Take some caffeine before you go, for sure. And yeah, I think it's been an interesting week. Very, very stressing. As always, I shall tax the communities right from the beginning. You always want to tax. I mean, you know what? I might try a playthrough where I don't tax ever and see if I can survive. It's very doubtful in Captain, but I actually want to try that someday. I will wake up with DW. I missed the gym. Oh wait, DW? DW, what is... I will wake them up, DW. Don't worry. Oh, okay. my old brain is trying to figure out.
Your heat lamp maintained.
Yeah.
It might just save your life.
Take some coffee for sure. That's what I do. Like, just drink caffeine and then like like you go crazy. It feels great. I love chugging caffeine before a gym. No, it's okay. I don't care. No, it's fine. No, it's okay. Like my nephew also says some Gen Z words that I don't understand, and there's some people in the chat that's every now and then says certain words and phrases that I don't get, like bet. Like at first I was like, bet? What does that mean? And as a millennial who grew up in like the 90s, I'm just like, for show. Aight. Bet is new to me. I still can't get myself to say it. I never tax and I fail. That's why you fail, because you need the money. If you don't have money, you'll die basically. Like there's no way to build because you're just blocked and you're racing against time. This game is basically it's timed. The moment you begin, you're trying to prepare for the whiteout, so you have to tax. Grab coffee on the way. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I mean, you got it without my help. That's impressive. Yeah, I had to really stress my brain for a second there, like putting all the pieces together. I will wake up okay, don't worry, got it. I hate the fact that like I'm getting old. In the beginning I didn't care, now I'm starting to care. I'm like, damn, I'm so out of it. I'm starting to feel uncool. I used to be cool. So the first thing we're gonna get is, now there's a couple of ways to do this. You can prioritize Frostland. This is what I recommend always, is to always prioritize scouting first. But since, we always do this, I want to try something new. The 90s, it was fantastic. It was wonderful. Obviously, I think you weren't around at the time. You're a 2000s kid. So you were born probably like, you were like in your 20s, mid 20s, right? So you might be 2005, 6, right? 90s, imagine this, no internet. There was very primitive internet. It was a joke back then. Oh, 98? Okay, so you're technically closer to the 2000s. Yeah. Yeah, you were born when, what do you call it? YouTube was in well, no, actually, that was before YouTube. You were born when, I think 98 was console gaming. Yeah, it was like PS1. Yeah, PS1. It was N64, right? Like, those were what we had. Like, we had to go outside and meet people. I know it's weird, right? Like, you actually had to go outside and talk to people. So the internet was very primitive, and I miss those days. A lot of people were outside. A lot of people were like, talking to each other. It was wonderful times. Although, yeah, it's just, prices were low. Everything was cheap. This was before the 2008 financial crisis. So we didn't have economic turmoil. It was wonderful. 90s was paradise. It was like the peak pinnacle of American history, in my opinion. I had wired net that is connected to the landline. You had the 56K modem? Yeah, that's the first thing I had too. The AOL. I had America Online, and then every time you log in, it says you got mail, and then we had Xanga, we had MySpace came a little later. MySpace was like 2005. So yeah, it was like the beginning of the internet. Oh, it's okay if it's still good. Yeah, I love the 90s. If I had a time machine, I would go to the 90s. Waking up on Saturday and Saturday morning cartoons, right? With a bowl of cereal, chilling with my cousins, and we're playing Final Fantasy VI on a Super Nintendo. It was paradise. Like, that was fun. And then we would play like N64. And then we would go outside and like explore the neighborhood. It was really fun. Super Soaker fights, like it was a water gun. It was really awesome. So the beginning thing I shall prioritize would probably, we don't have housing. We don't have dense housing. This is not good. Housing block is not good. I want to experiment here. I think I'll rush generator. I'll rush this. And I had messenger texting and forums. Oh, you use the what do you call it, the MSN messenger or something, right? Like there were two different ones. I used AIM, and there was the other one. I think it was MSN, but it was, yeah, there wasn't much. There's really nothing. And that's when, you know, Amazon was super cheap as a stock. It was starting. Oh, or maybe that was like the 2000s, but 98 was, I think, also the beginning of the .com crisis. Everyone was like buying a domain. Pets.com. It was going to be awesome, and everyone's putting money into pets.com, and it just blew up. Oh, it was interesting times. It was all over the news. Pets.com, pets.com. But yeah, I mean, I think 90s to 2000 was the transition when we slowly started going into the information era. And then the internet became a cornerstone in our life. Yes, yeah, MSN, or I think it was called MSN Messenger. It was interesting times. It's funny because the internet was never meant for civilian use. It was military technology. They knew what it was capable of, and they unleashed it onto us anyway as an experiment. It was strictly to be used only for the military, and it turns out, like, yeah, they just unleashed it. And it was like Pandora's box. Once they open the box, you cannot put it back in, and that's where we are now. We go to sleep at night and we're doom scrolling until 3 a.m. And now we're exposed to all the horrors of one-upping each other in society. Living our fake lives. Streaming Frostpunk 2. I want to live in a farm off the grid and go back to the offline times. Yeah, I think I actually dream of doing that. I want to move to Japan and then buy. They're selling these like old houses in Japan, and I think they're like a couple of $1,000, and you could live off the grid. I was thinking of doing that. It's really cheap, but the problem is they're haunted. There's a freaking ghost in there. it really looks like something out of The Grudge. So with AI taking over, I feel like I'm easily tricked. Yeah, AI now has been unleashed. Have you played with AI? It's scary stuff. I work in video editing and special effects for broadcasts and motion graphics, doing commercials, social media posts, and I experimented with AI. It's amazing. Well, it's incredible, like what it can do. It's terrifying. Really, like I could take a picture of myself and then I could put it through like a model and I'll just start like talking and stuff. I was like, it looks like me talking, but it's just it was just a picture. So I'll come visit. Oh yeah, for sure. You could check out the what do you call it? The suicide forest right next to me. No, I'm kidding. But it's really scary out there. That's the problem. Once it becomes nighttime, it really is something out of a horror film. It's okay to do a ritual and remove ghost. Are you sure it's going to be the right ritual? How do we know which ritual is correct? I code websites with AI only. Oh wow, that's actually really useful then. Like most of your work is already being done. So that's actually a very good thing. I think definitely AI helps you in that sort of situation where like it'll drastically decrease your workload, right? Oh, I can't build this. Oh, I need to open up more tiles here. So I shall open up this food patch. But a house for free and rent with Airbnb to make passive money. Oh wow, that's actually a really good passive income. A house for free? Wow. You're the top 1% in this country then. Owning a house is like the unattainable dream. So we're now gonna actually pass the yeah, we'll pass harvesting actually. It'll help with the research. The faster you get this, the more research you can get, so we'll focus here. I was very close to buying a house at one point. I had 100 Ethereum, actually 150, and I sold too early. Could have bought a house with that.
A new law is in effect.
Wish I still had it. Okay, so let me think here. Oh, the next thing we need to do is we need to get ourselves a way station. So we have a choice here. They're kind of even. Yeah, they're kind of even. It's up to you. You can take whichever you want if you were playing, but I would recommend